Hello, this is teddygaming and welcome back to another video. Because in today's one, we're going to be looking back on the year 2021 and seeing what have been the best year or best things that have come out this year in terms of Ninja Turtles. Now, there's been a lot of things that have come out this year, such as toys, comics, games, not so much games or movies, but the announcements and all that stuff. And so I thought that'd be a good idea to take a look back and to see what's been like the absolute best parts about this year. Even though this year's probably hasn't been the best out of the past few, but this year's definitely had a few in terms of TMT content. So today I'll be counting down the top 10 things of 2021, and this list is not in any specific order, it's just 10 things that's happened this year that are noteworthy that happened in the TMT fandom. So let's get into this one. Let's go! And before we do get started, if you do like this content and want to see more from this channel, please do make sure to subscribe, like and turn on post notifications. Now let's go on with the video. So number 10, or not sort of at number 10, sort of just anywhere, is the Campbell and Waltz of the Eastman Laird. Now this is going to be a new comic book that's the part of the free comic book day that's coming out next year. And this is where Sir Campbell and Tom Waltz have teamed up to recreate the issue 1 of TMT, but this time it's taking a different approach in terms of the fact that basically, well, they're not the same which they used to be, but they've got different weapons. Now the reason why this has made my list is because it was just announced very recently, and it's really hyped up the fandom to what this series could be, or could not be, and everything like that. And it's going to be a real big interesting thing in next year, and I got a feeling it probably will make the list for next year, but as of right now this is where it lands. And yeah. So that's sort of number 9, sort of not. It is the announcements of multiple movies. So this one's sort of been not really a 2021 focused one, but we've been given so many new TMNT movies announcements, with the Rise of TMNT movie, the Seth Rogen movie, and a live action movie that are supposedly supposed to be coming out. Rise was supposed to come out this year, but well, that didn't happen. But I did get the movie description for that, so I believe that this should at least make the announcement that like we've got 3 Toll movies in the works, and no other year has ever produced this or many TMNT movies. So I'm very glad we're going to be having this on the list, and or hopefully in our lives as well. But I wish I could say much more than that. But as of right now, I'm really looking forward to it, and how well they be made is a different story for a different year with a different list. So number 8, sort of, we've got Paramount Plus. So while this is not specifically just a turtle thing that is just dedicated to turtles, it does have something to do with turtles. Such as we get Rise of TMNT on there, we also got the 2003 TMNT show in its best quality. Now this isn't just such of like a, oh it's there, but like, this is where all future TMNT projects are going to be, which is a really cool concept or really cool thing to have, as well as the like, possibilities of original streaming service TMNT stuff on there. Like this was a very big opportunity and still is for, well, potential TMNT projects. Not to mention in their video, or the promotional video, we did get to see Leonardo in their promotional video with new animation, maybe a stock image or something like that. So this is definitely a big time for TMNT, and if you've got nothing else to do, then just go Paramount Plus and watch Turtles. I mean, in its best quality, you can't really argue with that. And number 7, it had to be the TMNT Last Ronin statue. I think it's from Sideshow, Iron Studios. It's like one of those big collectible companies that make statues. Now this statue was revealed at Comic Con, and it's basically the Last Ronin. There's 2 versions of it, one with just the Last Ronin, and the other one is the Last Ronin with his brothers. Now this is a very cool statue, it looks really amazing. The price might not be as amazing as the actual statue, but at least we're actually getting this, and this is like a really big announcement, which no one saw coming, but in a way we sort of did know that it was going to come because it was Last Ronin, and like years to come we'll be getting more products of Last Ronin. So to see that this is the first, it's quite interesting to see that this is where it's all started with such a high-end collectible, and it looks really beautiful. I don't know if I'll be collecting it with the price, but at least we have it. And number 6, the other be the law subject figures. Now these figures just came out recently and it's just the 4 turtles, but they look a lot like the SA Gigawatt turtles, but a much lower price of $15, which is a bargain if anything. And it's only just recently announced Wave 2, which consists of Shredder, I think it's Foot Soldier maybe, Casey Jones and Bebop. So this series already has so much potential to what the series could already offer. And while I don't think many people are really too hot about it, just because neca has been made a big mark in the TMNT collectors fandom and their homes, this little wave and series definitely has so much potential. Just due to like low price point, you're going to be collecting the foot soldiers, who are, I think they're making those, as like a big way to build up your army. I would say that this is a very good opportunity to collect figures that you don't have, and I'm thinking about doing the same as well. So this is a really good time to be a turtle collector, as we're getting so much stuff now. And number 5 is the Power Rangers and TMNT crossover figures. So these figures have just been recently announced, and are supposed to come out any day now. Now these figures are crossover with the TMNT and Power Rangers from the comic book. Now these figures are mashed together, so you've got Leonardo who's the Blue Ranger, you've got Donatello who's the Black Ranger, you've got Raphael who's the Red Ranger, you've got Mikey who's the Yellow Ranger, April is the Pink Ranger, you've got Tommy as a Foot Soldier, and then you got the Green Power Ranger Shredder. This is an amazing time to be alive, as to see this like comic book figures come to life that's based on a crossover where they've been combined is unbelievable. Do you think about having a Green Power Ranger Shredder on your shelf next to, I don't know, a 1987 Shredder as well as the 19 movie Shredder? It's gonna look out of place, but oh my god, it's gonna look so amazing. And number 4, it is the it's the Super 7 TMNT line. So Super 7 have been releasing these TMNT figures for about $50 with 4 figures in the wave. Pretty, maybe a bit too expensive for some people, but these figures are based off the original TMNT 1987 figures, and they do base them off the figures really well, to the point where like it's hard to say if these were the new ones or if they are actually the original toys. So they do a massive job there, and it just looks unbelievable. To the point where now they're actually going a bit deeper into their series and going into the other characters like Leatherhead, Scratch the Cat, Ray Flay, and even to the point now where recently it has been announced that they're making the Party Wagon, well, maybe not a good price, but still nonetheless, this is here to stay, and by the looks of things, they're going to be here for quite a while with their brand new TMNT figures. And from the looks of things, people have been enjoying these, and personally I don't collect them, but from what I can tell, I think I would if I had the money. So number 3, NECA. Now NECA has been on the list or on the best things of certain years for quite a while now, and for good reason too. So this year they brought out even more figures as usual, keep popping up the line, going into more the unusual characters. We now have Vern, Rakin. We've even got the Channel 6 News team. We've got Crondone, the Punk Frogs. These characters you never think a collectible company would ever do. But to the point where they're making these sort of characters, you know that we're in for a long ride now. And with them going into other branches, comic book, arcade, movie, well, what can I say, they really outdone themselves. And every year they just keep upping it and upping it. And I really want to see what they have in store for next year. As, well, the possibilities are endless really, and I'm very glad that this is still making onto the list every year, and I wonder how long they'll serve the license to TMNT, because for the foreseeable future, I don't think they're going anywhere. Okay, so for number 2, it is the IDW comics, and there is this little category which I'll put into number 1 spot. IDW comics, they've done quite a few new amazing things. We've just been given Toko and Raza in the series with a disappointing story. Then we got the protests at Mutantal's headquarters, and now we're heading into Christmas and that, with the possibility of seeing where Hob will take the weasels, lead with Maya Cycle stuff and all that. This series has really picked up this year. While last year was sort of a little bit of a let's see where things are going and he set boundaries. This year has definitely been pushing the stories, and they've been pushing them so well. This year has been a massive improvement over last year. And for the foreseeable future of this series, I think it's only gonna keep getting better. And I do believe that this is, well, one story that we cannot miss. I'm really glad I've been sticking to these IDW comics for this year as well. Damn, they've been amazing. Okay, so for the number one spot, it is The Last Room. I don't think I can put it anywhere else on this list. I mean, with this story that's been so massive, every time it keeps coming out, it's made the number one spot of the comics of the week, and outdoing itself with how many comics have been selling and all that, it is mind blowing. And with the stories that contain within it, yeah, I can understand why this comic gets out there. This story has been impressive, amazing, mind blowing. I don't know other words to describe it. With each issue showing off the death of the turtle, explaining the backstory of what happened, and then now we're finally getting to the big conclusion next year, in issue 5, where we're going up with Hiroto. The sky's the limit for this series, and now they're announcing that they're going to be doing more stuff in this Ronin verse. Yeah, the possibilities are endless, and yeah, it truly has been one of the best things for this year, and I personally can see it being the best thing for next year as well, with that conclusion, depending on how well it goes. But yeah, that's my top 10 things of the 2021. I did want to put like a few other things on here, but to be honest, there wasn't really too much that happened this year. The only other notable thing that really happened was the games where it crossed over with Brawlhalla, Smite, and I think that happened this year. And then also the Shred of Revenge game. So there are definitely other things which probably should have made this list, but with how limited stuff there was that haven't come out, it was quite hard, and I actually still had to stretch a few things out, such as Last Road and RW being two separate things. But yeah, let me know what your favourite thing was from this year. Was there something that I missed? I probably have missed something, I want to say, but I probably haven't. And yeah, this is probably going to be my final video for the year. So yeah, thank you everyone so much for this wonderful year. I do wish you the best year. Have Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever celebrations you celebrate. I wish you the best. Happy New Year, all that good stuff. And well, until we meet again. Bye.